Morning, welcome to Backtracks. Today we're just going to do a quick one on some maintenance on the big girl. Now, like anything, these things are great to drive. It's great having a four-wheel drive. It gets you a lot of places, takes you a lot of places that you couldn't go in, like RAV or like Roxy. But the thing is with these things, they're just like a girlfriend. They require a lot of maintenance and attention. Anyway, stick around. It'll only be a short one today. I'll just go through a couple of maintenance items that I look at after I go away on a trip. And then, we'll see how we go from there. Okay, so the first thing we do is we make our coffee and pop the bonnet, come out and think about what we're actually going to do about this. So the first couple of things, coffee. I know a lot of people go on about coffee. I don't really like coffee that much, but anyway, today I felt like one. Right, so today, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check the oil. I'm going to check the water levels in the radiator. So oil level, water box for the windscreen wiper. I'm going to make sure that all of these connections on my batteries are all tight. I'm going to check for anything loose. I'm going to clean the air filter. What else am I going to do? Just check for things that are loose. Now, I've already, the other day, so I've still got that knock in this car. And so the other day I jacked it up and I've checked the wheel bearings, because you've got to do these things. These patrols are known to have, the wheel bearings come loose every now and then, but they've got fairly new ones in there. So I've checked those and they're all good. Front, back, all good. So what I'm going to do is get under and check for anything that's loose, get the socket set out, check any bolts, stuff like that. Now, the other thing you want to do is after you come back from a trip or you've been out bush or whatever, you want to check the tyres. So all of these, you want to check the tread, if you've got any chunks hanging off, or if you've got the side walls that are no good, that have come undone or been torn up by rocks. These are pretty good. I'm finding that these are pretty good tyres, These rugged terrain Toyos. They've got a good tread on them. And they're quiet. They've got plenty of grip. So, yeah. So you just want to go over your car, front to back, have a look and make sure there's nothing loose. Check your brake fluid, just here. Check that these are, see, now that's a little bit loose. Check if there's anything that's sort of coming undone, and see, look, I've got bits and pieces that, so, just little clips like, that little clip came out, and I just want to check to make sure that everything's solid. Even your aerial, you got to check this. Look at that. Now, that's a brand new aerial. Paint's coming off that already. Check your, look at that, that's a bit loose. That's a little bit loose too. And I've dropped a clip here. I did order a new one. I actually hit a tree. And then underneath this, look at me, bash plates all bashed in. Yep, a little too heavy on the right foot, getting a bit carried away because the power is so much fun. Anyway, I'm going to get on with this. Yeah, right. Oh, she's a bit tight. That's full. Pretty good. Appears I might have a bit of a leak down there, so I'm going to pull out this box, 2 screws, 1, 2, one behind here. Pull the box out, check the seals on the pumps. I'm just going to give the engine a little bit of a blowdown with one of these turbo fans. And if you haven't got one, man, these are awesome. I think I got it off Temu for like 25 or 30 bucks or something. Bugger all, but look how good that is. How good's that? Little turbo fan. The other thing it does, when we go on the motorbike, we take all camping and stuff, and you've got a little blow-up mattress. This thing pumps it up so quick, away she goes. It's way better than any of those other pumps, and a foot pump and all that sort of stuff. Now, the other thing I'm going to check is the blades on my thermo fans. So I've got 2 high flow thermo fans in here, and also going to check for the radiator, the front of the radiator. So I've got the radiator at the back here, then I've got the cooler for the automatic transmission, and then at the front here I've got my intercooler. So I'm going to check all the fan, all those fins, make sure nothing's blocked up. You can only just see it through the front here. She's a big monster of a intercooler, PWR. But and the reason I'm doing that is because I just recently watched Build Wars, King Chrome Build Wars on the YouTube with King Chrome team and Pooley and Aussie Arvos and all those guys. And a couple of them, TJ and Mac, and there were a couple of fans that were broken. So blades have come off. I think Pooley did his blades on, he's got a thermo fan on the runner with a LS motor in it, and he put a thermo fan on the runner. But also TJ and Mac did one, they put a Cummins into a GU Ute, and they did a brand new fan as well. So I'm just going to check the fan blades as well as any blockages at the front here. So I'll get on with that. Right, we're under the car now, and I also like to check, I'll spin this around, these joints. So I've got adjustable sway bar links, greasable, and then also I've changed all of these links. It's not superior or anything, but at least I've changed it for greasable nipples. So I check that I've got grease and everything. I check for everything under here that's got any sort of any joint. I'm going to check for the bolts and stuff. I also check for oil leaks. So I know I've got an oil leak here, which is my transfer case one, and we've sort of got an issue, a little bit of an issue with that. And that's about the only issue. Actually, that's tranny. That's transfer there. So I've got a couple of leaks. And also I noticed under here, I think I've got an axle seal gone as well. Diff seal, so I can see all the moisture it's built up there. But with as far as these go, they've got grease in them. These have got grease. They're pretty good. I could grease them up a bit more. Check my tail shafts. Also spin it, go to the back. I check for anything loose like exhaust. Nice big fat pacemaker. And then I've got my greasable links at the back as well. I'm going to check this tail shaft. I think that's not too bad. So check all those. Check that nothing's falling off, which is probably a good idea. Any of this sort of stuff. I'll pull all the spin effects out because we've been bush. And also you may notice that I'm still in the throes of Movember. So Movember's coming up. I think I can shave it this weekend, which will be good because I can't wait to get rid of it. Okay, now with the maintenance pretty well done, I've covered pretty much everything. I've tightened stuff up, gone over everything. What tools do I use, or what do I carry with me? So I'm a Sparky by trade. I don't do that anymore. I'm a musician now. I just play music, do gigs and sing and play guitar. And I have a photography business, which is called Field Images. If you want to have a look, fieldimages.com.au. And then also my music one is darrenfield.com.au. You have a look at that. Anyway, so I'll flip this around. This is my basic, just my Sparky toolkit, which has got screwdrivers, Allen keys. It's got a soldering iron in there. All sorts of Allen keys, hex keys, tape. I've got test meters, shifters, little screwdrivers, magnet stuff. I like the little magnets if you drop something. What else have we got? Test meter, little socket set, some spanners, roller spanners, little socket set, little hammers and stuff like that. And then these are like multi-grips, cable cutters, pliers of course, crimpers, because you never know, your bush, you never know what you're going to need. So I've got a little bit of, split conduit, always got cable ties, tape and stuff like that. So I'll go to the back of the car and see what we've got in the drawers. So I've got a drawer set up. So as you might remember, I Worked for ARB a long time ago. I've had the car 21 years now, and everything's pretty much ARB. Right, what have we got in here? You never know. Like, this is stuff. That's a blow-up mattress. And then I've got a chair. No, that's one of those outdoor tables. So like you fold it out and little table. And then I've got this box, tow bar. Shit. Tow bar. Or the ball thing. And this thing here. So one of these gear bags is first gear bag, because they fit really well. This is ARB cargo gear. They fit really well in these drawers. That's the bag for these screens. And then I've got a lock pin for that. And then in here, right, hang on, where were I? So obviously, you know, if I get stuck somewhere, I always like to have, these things are brilliant, coffees, because you don't need milk or anything like that. You just drop that with your little boiler, because that's a gas bottle and a pot and a little stove. Fingerless gloves in case it gets cold. That's a tarp. Some batteries. That's a little chair, Elon Musk's chair. And then a little bit of food. So I've got like cup of soups. Got my camp tin, cup for a cuppa and that. Always got like some spaghetti and some soup, salt. What's that one? Oh, spaghetti, sausages. Giddy up. Right, push that aside. Now, I'll pull this one out, and this one's going to be the tool one. So, this has got some extra stuff in it. So this one has got things like, I got my gloves. Better protect your hands. That's my rattle gun for the wheels. Brush, a little drill with these 18s. No, these are 12s. This one's an 18, and that's got a socket as well for the wheel nuts. So that's pretty handy. I don't take a grinder or anything like that, chainsaw and stuff. I don't have one yet. I've got an old snatch strap. I do have to update my recovery gear. So I've got the new winch, the carbon winch, but I haven't bought any recovery gear yet. So I've got to get the winch extension, you know, soft shackles, tree trunk protector, things like that, just so that I can use the winch correctly. Always got to have rags. Now, magic spray, WD-40. That's good for everything. Now I've got these old shackles. These are rated shackles. Those old ones, just in case. There's some old dunny roll. Now, little bits and pieces like, this is a bit of just tube. It's like fuel line. You can use it for air or fuel, things like that. Little bits of screws and pieces. Oh, this is a Patrol must. This is for the front wheel bearings. This is the wheel bearing tool. So when you pull your hub off, your locking hub, and then to get your bearings out, it's got these two things here. You get these from Patrol Apart. Now half this car has been rebuilt by Patrol Apart. Patrol Apart is brilliant. They're good. They can get anything for you. I've got spare some seals. hub seals. There's another hub seal there, a couple of them there. Oh shit. What else we got in here? Bit of gasket goo. Spare pin for my winch. More tape. And this one has got my wide remote control for the winch. So this winch is auto remote control as well. Spare clips for my ARB shock. Incidentally, I'll just show you that. So these little clips here, underneath here, I'll see if you can see it. See, that's come off. So I'll get under here. This has come off. And those little clips go around here. Those little yellow clips. They go around here and they lock into here. And then that sits in there, and that's you know, your shaft protector for the shock. But I think what's happening is it's banging on that coil up there, and it keeps knocking it down, and then it pops those things out, and then now we're all loose. So I've got to fix that too. Might spin it around maybe a bit more. Anyway, so yeah, they lock in like that one. That one hasn't moved. That one's been good. So that's what those yellow pins are for. Oh shit. Oh, I'm getting way too hot for this. Oh. So that's what those yellow clips are for. And I think they come in a pair, a packet of 4 from ARB, and I think they're only about $6 because I just bought those. I've got straps. I've got a couple little shackles in case I'm going to tow something. I've got some locking straps, spare exhaust mount rubber, and these spare clip. These things here, these are the tools that adjust my BP51s. So you can adjust the compression and rebound. And you just use those and they just click, 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 tappy, tappy, and away you go. What else we got? Oh yeah. Little packet of screws, multi-purpose. This is one of those Milwaukee. I love Milwaukee. One of those multi toolkits that goes onto this. Now, I got Milwaukee because I'm probably getting a bit off track here, but I bought Milwaukee. I bought this house about 8 years ago, and it was a little bit of a wreck. So, not a wreck, but just needed a lot of work. So I did all the work myself, and that was a good excuse to buy some new tools, because as a Sparky, I'm sort of looking at, I burned these things out because all I had was a battery drill, really. So I bought a 10-pack of Milwaukee, and I've just added to those. So you can get these skins, you get all sorts of skins and stuff. And then, so I've had these for, I went the 18s and then I bought the 12s as well. These 12s are really good. And I bought just a few skins, and they're just easy to carry around. So the 12, this one will interchange with the soldering iron that I've got in there. So battery lasts a fair while. I just pack chargers on the way as well. So, all right, so let's move that out of the way. That is the other bag of ARB stuff. Now, this other drawer, this has got some other stuff in it as well. So, it's not overly packed. As you can see, I suppose I've probably got a few things in there that maybe I should or shouldn't have. But I've got a fan, put my camp fan in there for if I roll the seat down in this, I can put the mattress straight out and sleep in here. So I've got a sleeping, I've got a sleeping bag, the mattress, I've got a spare pillow and that sort of stuff that I carry with me. So now, obviously, we've spoken about this one before. This is one of those tyre repair kits with those plugs. So they're very, very handy. Gotta have one of those. Gotta have one of those. I do pack a torque wrench. I've got a torque wrench in here, just in case. And I've got, oh, this came off Temu. This is one of those portable vacuum cleaners. So if something happens where I make a bit of a mess and I spill something, I've got a little vacuum cleaner. It doesn't take up much space. I think it was about $5 or $6 off Temu. Came in one of those packs. You know how you get sucked into Temu? Anyway, my air compressor. This is the Bush Ranger Max Air compressor, and I have had this thing for, I bought it when I had the Hilux. So over this car for 21, I had a Hilux for nearly 5 years, and this thing has been powering along for all that time. Again, I bought it from ARB. So that's been really good. I've got to mount it in there at some stage and sort out these drawers a little bit better. So you got your spare, your normal Nissan toolkit is in here now, because I use this to lock the hubs. Now, first aid kit, and the first aid kit, especially remote, I'm pretty sure I've got it in here. Yes, look at this. This is the most important thing up here. Snake bite pick kit. So yeah, this is the Bob Cooper one. Bob Cooper is one of these Australian survivalists, and I did a snake handling kit with him a few years ago, course with him a few years ago, and he's a hell of a nice bloke. Anyway, first aid kit. I've got a spare hose for my cooling system, and I can cut that into various sections if I need to. Now, I have got 2 socket sets. I've got a big socket set, the big King Chrome. Can't beat King Chrome either. Love King Chrome. And if you haven't seen that series, that King Chrome Build Wars series, check it out, because they build cars. They build these old cars, and they've only got a budget of 20 to 30 grand. I forget the rules and stuff. And then they take them to Tasmania and do all the hard tracks down there. It's just brilliant. I just like it. I really enjoyed it. So I think the last episode came out this week. This is the big one. I've got the big socket set, and then I also carry, I've got another one, the City Chrome. This one has got the deep sockets. So this is still a full kit. It's got deep sockets. So I'm sort of probably over socket setted, but that's what I've got in there. And I find that these amount of tools and what I'm carrying usually covers me for what I need. I can just about do anything with the tools that I've got. That's probably about it. So they're the tools I use if I'm going to do any sort of servicing, or if I'm on the side of the road and I need to fix something's come loose or whatever. I've got cable ties, I've got the basic tools. It doesn't take up too much space, and it'll get me out of trouble. So depending on what you do and where you go, it depends on what sort of tools you use. That's just what I use. So anyway, let me know if there's something that I missed and probably should have, then let me know in the comments. So yeah. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate you even getting this far in the video. So I hope you're having a great day, and if you don't mind, like and subscribe. If you do like it, it's free to do. And I will catch you on the next one. See ya. Fuck yeah. Oh, that's recording. Excellent. All right, let's stop that.